Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to sew this beautiful simple style. So please, if you are here and you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share this video. Okay, so this is the down part of the dress, and you can see I have both the fabric and lining together. Okay, so how to determine the width of the fabric is the larger part, that is the hip of the person, divided into 4 plus your allowance at least 3 inches. So that's what I have here. And then the back, you add your zip allowance to it. Okay, if you watch carefully, you realize that the lining is shorter. The lining is shorter than the fabric. This is it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it this way to meet the lining, and at the end of the day it will be equal. Okay, so this, we are going to cut it in a pencil from the start. The down part is going to be in a pencil. Measure waist to hip. We are going to use 9 for it. 9. And hope you can see it very well. Okay, and so from here I'm going to take my hip measurement. The hip is 38 divided by 4, and that is going to be 9.5 plus 1, and then plus 2 inches allowance. That's going to 1, 2 inches allowance here. Okay, then the waist is 26, so 26 divided by 4 is going to be 6.5 plus 1 inch for that, and then plus 2 inches allowance. That's 1 to 9.5. So that's 9.5. Okay, then when I come to the down here too, I'm going to measure the same 9.5 the waist measurement. What I got at the waist, I'm going to measure the same thing as the down part. It's going to be here. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to cut it out. The upper part too, you will use the bigger part, which is the bust, divided by 4 plus at least 3 inches. And so the bust is 32 divided by 4 is going to be 8, then plus 2 or 3 plus 3 inches, and that's going to be 11. So that's okay. And I also have the lining together. I'm going to cut it together. Then I have a zip allowance of almost 2 inches, let's say 1.5. Okay, so bear in mind that the zip allowance you have here at the top should be equal with the one you have at the down part. Okay, and so the half length of the person is 16, and so 16, I added 1 into it to make it 17. I'll cut this line off, so this is not part. This is where my 17 ends. I'll cut this one off. Okay, and so the first thing I'm going to do is to place the back measurement. The back measurement is 14 divided into 2, that's 7 plus half, making 7.5. Okay, so that's exactly where I'm going to take my armhole, and I'm taking an armhole of 8. And so 8, I'll come here too and measure 8. Okay. A shoulder slope of 1 inch here. Then from here I'm going to measure the middle, and that's 3.5, and then I'm going to mark 0.5 here, and I'm going to use it to get my front armhole. This is basic body drafting, basic body pattern. I'll leave a link in the description box for how to draft basic body pattern in case you don't understand the steps or you're a beginner. Okay, so From here, I'm going to measure my neck width. The neck width I'm going to use is 2.5. Okay, so I'm going to connect this to my neck width. Then the front neck I'm going to use 2.5. And then the back neck I'm going to use 1 inch. Okay. Shoulder to bust is 11. I'm going to place the bust measurement here. That's 32. That's 8 plus 2 plus 1. That's 11, and that's okay. The waistline is 26. The waist is 26. So 26 divided by 4 is going to be 6.5. Plus 1 inch for that, and then 1, 2. Okay, so even at the bust area, you can decide not to add the extra 1 to 8. That is okay. So I'm going to join, and I'm going to join to the armhole point. Even though it will go off a bit, but it will not affect because I have extra 1 inch there, so it's okay. Then we cut the shoulder slope. I feel the 1 inch I have here, I'm seeing here is big, so I'm going to, okay, so let's see what I will do. I'm going to measure the 1 inch here. It's too big. When I drew the circle, it ended up to be 1.5. And so I'm going to use this to curve it very well and get it exactly 1 inch. If not, it's going to be 1.5. So this line is going to be straight. You see, this is going to be straight. Okay, then I'll just take, then I'm also going to cut the shape out. Okay, so I'll just take the front and then cut the front armhole. And then cut the front neck. Okay, so this is what you are going to use for the sleeve. You are going to use a fabric for the sleeve, and this is just circle, half a circle. So 2 sleeves together with its lining each, half a circle. And so what, I'll leave a link in the description box for how to cut this circle and how to cut the sleeve. It's not difficult at all. So watch. I don't want the video to be very long, and so watch the video. I have a video on this sleeve, how to cut and fix this sleeve. So watch, and then you will understand what we have here. Okay, the sleeve, and that's what you are going to use the circle on. Okay, so the armhole is 16, then you add 16 divided into 2 is going to be 8. You add 2 inches allowance to make it 10, and then use it to draw your armhole. If you don't know how to draw, if you're a beginner, I'm going to leave a link of this. I have a link on how to cut basic sleeve. I'll leave it there for you to watch. Okay, and so I'm going to make 2 belts for my clients, and one is going to be the cloth, and one is going to be the actual plain fabric, and so whichever she wants to use as a belt, she will use. Okay, then the collar, I'm contemplating using the cloth for the collar or the plain fabric, but for now, as we sew, we will decide together which one to use. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'll just take the front, so I'll just place it this way. No, because I'm going to give it a collar, I'm not going to sew this side, and I'm not going to sew that. I'll just place it this way with pin on it, and I'll just run some stitches on it. I'm not sewing to turn it, no, I'll just run some stitches on it. So this is it. I'll run some stitches here and run some stitches at the down just to hold it in place. I'll do the same thing for the back also, but what I'm going to do is, with the back, I'm going to divide it into two. Okay, so as for the back, I'll just attach it this way and then sew it straight and then turn it to the other side without sewing the neck, and then I will just run some stitches on the neck and the down just to hold it in place. So with the down too, I'm going to line it. I'm going to attach my lining to it, and I'm going to attach the lining from the down. I will divide the back into two, and then I'll attach it from the down this way. Touch it straight and then turn it on top and pull it for it to be equal with the dress. I'll do the same thing for the back. The back, I'll sew the zip line just as I'm going to do to the upper part back. So I'll do that and then come and show it to you.